We have your top 10 goalkeepers in the World Cup. But before we get to that, remind the people how important goalkeepers are in knockout tournaments.
Well, listen, from personal experience, I played for the US youth national teams. Goalkeepers were always important when it came to knockout tournaments. Most of my goalkeepers didn't perform well. Sorry to all the ones I played alongside. However, they are a unique character, a unique human being. You have to be a goalkeeper. But goalkeepers can make or break your nation when it comes to a major tournament. And in tournaments gone by, sometimes the goalkeeper's performance has been forgotten because of the entertainment factor of goal scoring. But goalkeepers need to get a lot more credit, and especially with an extended competition, you're about to see some goalkeepers get way more attention than they probably should get, as far as I'm concerned. But let's give them some love, because there's a lot out there at stake for a lot of these nations that I'm about to talk about.
Can you tell he was an outfield player, not a goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's get to your list. Number 10.
So obviously this is the top 10 that I think going into this competition, not necessarily in best form, but how important they could be when it comes to the World Cup. We start off with Alisson, playing for Brazil, offensive football. Sometimes we forget about how defensive the masterclass can be for the Brazilian national side. We've seen some great defenders who are celebrated for what they do going forward. Can't say that about goalkeepers, right? But Alisson, albeit coming off the season where he's been majority in the injury bench, he's now someone who's stepped back in, healthy again. I know he shares the role right now with Ederson, but I think he's going to play a massive role for Brazil. They're going to be offensive-minded in that group, especially that first group game against Morocco. That is a huge game that you will, at one point, rely heavily on your goalkeeper. And I do think that Alisson needs to have a great campaign for them to be successful in this World Cup. I then go to Unai Simón. Now, why am I going to Spain for Unai Simón? Shouldn't we talk about David Raya being the world's #1 goalkeeper right now, potential Ballon d'Or winner? Possibly, but he's not the Spanish #1. He has an opportunity, in my personal opinion, of being once again a World Cup winner or a major tournament winner. He's done so in the Euros, and Unai Simón is absolutely #1 for Spain going into this competition. Why? We don't really know. Coming off the back of club season in Bilbao, he had an okay season, and he's been a very good goalkeeper, but I do think that he needs to be very good for Spain to still have success. If he's not, David Raya is right there, waiting in the wings to grab the attention.